Hey New Life, Stuart here. Just wanted to give you a quick update. Thanks so much for those people who joined us for our town hall meetings. We had a really good discussion about how we can begin to think about moving forward as a church. One of the things that we really want you to be aware of as we plan to or begin to think about coming back together again is some of the constraints that we're working within. The first and most obvious one is the size of our gatherings. The government's basically said there would be 3 steps. So stage 1, gatherings of 10 people, that's already passed. Stage 2, gatherings of 50 people, we're in the middle of that at the moment. And then stage 3 would be gatherings of 100 people. And as it stands at the moment, we have no plan or no timeline from the government on when that 100-person limit would come in. In the meantime, one of the challenges that we've got is that the 50-person number actually only specifies how many people can be on site at a particular point in time. So given that we've got about 10 people, staff and sound and video and band, who will be on site at any given time, with the 50-person limit, we'd actually only have about 40 people who could actually join us during a service. Now some people suggest, hey, what if we just had lots and lots of services? Well, one of the challenges we've got with that arrangement is actually to do with cleaning. We have to clean the site extensively. Every surface that was potentially exposed would have to be cleaned. And we'd have to have people to do that, and we'd have to be able to do that and turn it around quickly enough so that we could have another service. In short, our collective reflection is that 50 people is just a little bit too hard to imagine how that could actually happen. The second constraint that we've got is that we've been asked by the government to maintain social distancing at all times. And what that would mean is it would be needed for our kids too. So 1.5 metres between each child. In practice, Michael and the team and I have reflected on the fact that in practice that means that we really can't do kids ministry. So 40 people only as the new additions, no kids ministry, cleaning in between. And then the other interesting one that we've got, which the government has directed us, is that there would be no singing. So yes, that's the reality. We're not allowed to sing as it stands at the moment on site. Now that's really a huge deal and probably a game changer. We're allowed to have singers while we're recording the services, but not have a congregation singing. Apparently there's something about the way that we aspirate into the air when we've got people singing in large groups that actually means it's a bit of a no-no from the health perspective. So all of that makes it highly problematic in the short term for us to have services resuming anytime soon in a responsible way. So what's the plan? Well, our plan is to gather some advice. So we're going to try and put together a little team, a COVID advice team that will involve people from a variety of different backgrounds to help us think about how we do that. And on top of that, we'll be waiting for the government to tell us when 100 people can be gathered again on site. So I'm not sure when that will be. But that's basically that will be the green light for the next step to happen. So what we really want to tell you is, as a church leadership team, we want to make sure that however we go back, that it will be safe. That's the first thing. That will comply with all the government regulations. So safe, that it'll be steady. We don't want to take a step forward and then a step back. So safe, steady, and then we'll do it in stages. So we'll probably bring the services back one at a time. And the other thing I want to tell you, which everybody asks us repeatedly throughout the town halls, is will we keep streaming? The answer to that is yes. Our plan is to keep streaming indefinitely. As a church, we've found it be incredibly valuable. It also provides a wonderful way for us to continue to care for you. And so we want to keep doing that, and that'll sit underneath all of our other plans. But look, please pray with us. Lauren and I had a lovely chat today, and we said, well, actually, we probably should be praying that God would help us to get to zero, a bit more like New Zealand, and then all of this planning can go away. In the short term, please pray. Pray and take advantage of the opportunity maybe of inviting another family over to come and join you and watch the stream together. We think Church Buddies is actually a really good way to bring a little bit of socialisation back while we still have all of these constraints on us. So look for a church buddy. Please join us in praying and wait patiently. We want to do what's best for you, for your family and for your households. And don't forget, while you're enjoying it at home, send the link to someone. Invite someone else to church this weekend. You might even want to invite them to come over and watch the stream with you. Well, church, we're really thankful for your participation, thankful for the way you've engaged with the process, and we can't wait God willing, to gather again with you soon. But at the moment, I don't have a timeline for that, and your prayers for when we can do it soon are much appreciated. God bless.